Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. So today I'm just playing around with some really shitty 3D tracking stuff. So as you can see, I'm in 3D even though it's um, not too great, but you know, I'm 3D. Anyways, so I just wanted to discuss a few things about what's going on. Hello, extra girly today. Yeah, this is the sample model for 3D. So this is like Kaniko except 3D. Anyways, um, so right to it. Let me show this thing. Where are we? I need to do my OBS reps. Ah, I disappeared. There we go. Okay, so OBS reps. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Uh, um, 3D Kani. Yeah. So 3D equivalent of Kani rather than the real thing. Not real Kani. VR view. Uh, capture method. There we go. So the way I'm doing this, I'm actually not using a 3D HMD, which actually it does cause problems. But as you can see, there is 3D. There's a thing strapped to my head that counts as 3D, and of course you're not a crustacean. Clearly, yeah, I'm not a Kani this time. Oops. Okay, so as you can see, in this virtual space, 3D space, there's some floating trackers floating in midair. So those don't actually exist, but I can make some that I can control. See, here's one. So the tracking's not that great, but as you can see, I can do the whole tracker in 360 and everything, and this is a real thing. And that camera right there, straight ahead, is the camera that's doing all of this. So the only thing here is a camera and some really shitty trackers. So let me show you what these trackers look like. Just a moment. I'm gonna do my camera reps. Where did I put my phone? Phone reps. I'll be back. Shit. Yeah, there's only one camera tracking, which means that the biggest downside of this is that if I go outside the field of view of this single camera, then nothing is tracked. But I can add more cameras, and then it will be better. It won't be as shitty. The other major shortcoming of this system right now is um, that the tracker. Right now, I have a tracker strapped to my face, and the problem is the way Steam VR is meant to work is that the HMD is strapped to your face, but the actual location that's reported to the system is the inside of your head. So so right now, basically this model is rigged so the inside of the model's head is um, oh yes, it normally offsets it. So right now it's not offset. Um, I need to like fiddle with the code to make it offset, but that means that whenever I turn my face, like the whole head moves because it's like the model's head is strapped in front of my face, which is of course not ideal. So if I don't rotate my head like left and right, like this obviously, well, it's in front of my face, so the whole head is like moving. But if I just, you know, go sideways like this, then it's fine. Because right, it's like you're wearing a head face mask. Like, yeah, basically. Like the whole head, like the beginning of my face is the back of the mask's head, which is slightly unfortunate, but that can be fixed pretty easily. It just needs to be fixed. Anyways, let's get that picture of the trackers themselves. Exactly, an entire sphere. Yeah. So this of course is not actually going to be a 3D live. Of course, I don't even have any face tracking enabled, but this actually the face tracking should work. I just didn't bother doing my reps yet because I was busy making these shitty trackers. Because actually the same package they use to do VTube Studio is the same, like the actual tracking package is also used for this. Well, there is a package to use it for this. So to use the same, like the camera is right there, as you can see right there and right in front of me. So it should be able to track my face because I don't actually have an HMD on. So it can see my eyes and mouth and track my blinks and all that. It's just not set up to do that right now because I didn't do my reps. Okay, where's the trackers? Phone reps. So relatively easy. Yeah, I believe it is relatively easy because if you don't have, well, if you have an HMD on, then you need a dedicated eye tracker. That's an extra device that costs a whole ton of money. And then that thing will track your eyes. Just the forward camera as face tracker done. Yeah, exactly. But of course, a dedicated face tracker is going to work better than just camera based. So I'm sure that if you're wearing the HMD with dedicated eye tracking and a dedicated face tracker that uses near field uses some sort of weird technology, then I'm sure it'll work better. But okay, where's my photo? Downloads. No, Windows 10, don't do this shit to me. I want to use the good photo viewer, not the shitty one. Okay, so OBS reps. Here's OBS. For a single camera setup plus a bunch of code, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Not great. And then I have hands too. Let me see if I can make them work. Hopefully this is the correct hand. Where am I looking at? Here we go. That's my left hand. I don't want to show my left hand. Okay, right hand. There we go. I can wave to you. But the big problem with one camera is just the play area is not big enough. Yeah. Oh, it was probably off the screen. I didn't do my OBS reps. Anyways, so let me change this. Yes, save. This one. So I made these really shitty trackers. Oh no. I don't know when my eyes are closed. Oh, there we go. Okay, they're back to normal. So the way the way I made these trackers is that they're just printed on printer paper, and then I cut them out and then made them into cubes. Yeah, I expected just QR codes for this camera. Well, they're not QR codes, so these are like robotics tracking codes. There's no data in them. They're just each one only encodes a unique ID, and then these points are used for actual tracking. I believe that the 4 points in the corners, yeah, just the unique picture plus points. So I believe that these 4 corners are used as the most important tracking points. So here, 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 and here, and those. And then everything else is just to identify which one it is and to help the computer find it. All right, so how it works, and just in general, since we're here, how does camera tracking work? Oops. So imagine that you just were taking a look at the picture, and here's a photo. Also, the bottom right one is a face, kawaii. Yeah, so well, they're just random, but sometimes they look nice. They get some catchy pictures. So anyways, so there's a photo here, and let's say let's just say there's a cube in there. So you might ask how far away is this cube, right? Distance to camera what is that? Well, you don't really know because it's you're just looking at a picture. It could be far away, it could be close by. It's just a cube. You don't know anything. So there's 2 things you need to know. Like, let's say you just had another cube here with a reference, like a ruler. And then you knew how far away from the camera it was. In a way, it's like how Live 2D works to do rigging in reverse. You can rotate a flat plane. Huh? Sort of, I guess. So, well, anyways, if you have a known reference object of known size and known distance here, now you can compare it. You say, well, you still don't know what this is if this is just any other object. But if we say this is the same object, then now we can detect how far away it is. Because if it's closer, it's going to be bigger. Like, you know what one side of the cube looks like straight on. You can figure out what it looks like turned in software. Yeah, basically. Basically, that is what it is. We know what the tracking markers look like. So then we know what they should look like when they're far away. And then if it's really far away, it'll be even smaller, like this. So just by looking at how big it is, we can know how far from the camera it is. And similarly, yeah, so when it looks strange, you go, oh, it's turned and or smaller. Yeah, basically. So essentially, just by looking at these points, we can do some math and mathify exactly the space and position of this cube. And that's how that part works. So I guess since we're here, I'm going to try to turn on face tracking. I didn't really have too much planned here. Anyways, let's get the other package over. Hopefully I have enough CPU to handle all these programs. Open this thingy and turn this on. What? No, I don't want your stupid smart screen. Run anyway. Settings. I want enable receiver. Apply. Check IP. Okay. Go. Works out of box magic. Hopefully. Okay. Where did it go? Gonna do my alt tab reps. I thought I opened it. Okay, just double click it again. There we go. Okay. I can't skip the tutorial? No, I Well, actually, I guess given what you see right now, which is just a face, disembodied face, you don't really need all this stuff just to show a face, because doing the pose estimation for a face is doable using, advanced math and stuff. So this is more for just to have these trackers that I did all this bullshit. But of course it's not set up yet. So, but they can be anywhere, which is the whole point. Anyways, so let's fiddle with this thing. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, the skip button was grayed out, but it still works. Huh? Oh, that whole thing was just okay. Okay. Grayed out, but still works. Pain. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I want to use this for I wonder if a problem is just that if a problem is well, what is it? The camera is not able to be read by two programs at the same time. Hi Angela Chama, welcome to the stream. So you can see my really bad 3D. Anyways, maybe I need a second camera. Gray's checking in. Yes, Gray love. There's no greens here. Cringe greens away. Cringe greens away unless one day what? One day what? Um, okay, this is a little weird. I don't know how to use this package. This is too much work. Okay. Uh, you start memberships, of course. Oh no, that's never gonna happen. You can trust me when I say something's never gonna happen because it's never gonna happen. I'm a trustworthy listener. Oh, I guess I can also show you what these trackers look like in the picture. I just 1 second. Um, you just won't be able to hear me as I move out of the video. Never say never is my motto. Oh no, there's some things you never want to do. Saying no is important as well, you know? I wonder if there's software to duplicate a webcam feed and map it onto two virtual webcams. Yeah, probably. Probably, maybe. Saying no and never are completely different. I guess that's sort of true. Maybe. Well, you're an anime girl. Well, of course. What else would I be? Uh, which window do I want? I want, huh? Huh? Uh, this one, right? No, I want, this one. Okay, perfect. Wait, he wasn't an anime girl before. Hey, what are you doing to refer to anime girls? Oh no, a real room? Oh yeah, I forgot to set up the background. Anyways, so this is the cube. And then you can see as I move the cube is essentially the center of the face. So the cube, wow. So also the other thing is I didn't do the calibration super right. So when like when the other faces get tracked, it doesn't fully properly do the thing. Well, I guess it's even worse. The center of the face is actually not the center of the cube. It's actually the front of the cube. So if I hold it this way, it'll probably work better. Arm reveal. Yeah, arm reveal. Should only the front face be tracked? Well, sort of, but you know, you gotta track the rest so you know, you can see the back of the head and the top. And then here's just a cube, just a miscellaneous cube. So the way the tracker works is it actually it calibrates to one of the faces, the like central face. Which one? This front face, and then Ah, what I don't like is it's not mirrored, so it's really hard to kind of. It's hard to move an object that's not mirrored. So it tracks the front face, which is tracked pretty well, and then like that's like the main marker, and then all the other markers are just relative to that one. I see it did get lost for a bit with 180-degree rotation. Yeah. But yeah, essentially the front marker is like the center of the tracker. It's where the tracker is, and then the rest of the markers they can be anywhere. I can like have it flat. I can have it weird shaped, and then it just sees them both and then pins them together relatively so that if the front's not visible, it knows the offset. Autism cube. Yeah, autism cube. Anyways, so oh no 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 no, is AI secretly a Euro? No, I'm not. Didn't I show some yabs in some previous videos that prove I'm not a Euro? Well, anyways, so I didn't really have that much planned, especially since, well, yeah, but the cube, that's implying that only Euros can have the autism cube. Autism cubes are for everyone. AR doesn't sound like a Euro. Do I have a? Well, I should have a burger accent because burger love. You're right. I was wrong. Well, anyways, I don't know what I had planned so much after this because I was hoping I'd get more working, but then I spent like hours making all these autism cubes. So now I just barely made the autism cubes. I was gonna make like wrist straps and everything, but I only made the strap to my head strap, and I didn't get the face tracking working. Uh, Let me see if I can get the other thing working. I'm gonna close this, so I'm gonna stop existing for a moment. I get it. Containing the autism in the cubes is truly a difficult task. Yeah, yeah, I disappeared. Wow, he disappeared, but I'm an anime girl. You can't say that. You can't just assume my. No, I'm not gonna say anything more. Yes, disappeared. Okay, let me close this Steam VR thing. Oh no, you're not supposed to see that either. Those are my DMs. Did you see anything? Uh, I guess there's nothing too yab over there. Fortunately, there were only group chats on the left sidebar, so you didn't see anything. You didn't see anything too yab, right? Well, there's well, I'll I'll edit that out later. Anyways, so I didn't really have anything else. Yab reveal soon. Uh, yeah, we can have a Yab reveal stream later, but Yab reveal stream would be too spicy for YouTube. So, but it's okay. If you watch my previous stream, I have this. I have a stream outside of YouTube stream. So I made a live streaming website. So maybe I can have a Yab review stream later. Too spicy for YouTube stream, but that might be a little yab, so maybe not. Anyways, now that this is gone, what I don't like about OBS is it kind of like it looks for other windows that look similar when you close your window, which is kind of bad if it suddenly shows something that you don't want it to show. Anyways, where was I? I'm going to see if this other thing works. Wait, it does? Yikes. Yeah, it's a little yab. Okay, so I'll show this other app too. Where was I? I guess on the other hand, the thrill of surprise face reveal, exciting. I guess the thrill of possible yabs is exciting. So this is the thing that's just camera based. It uses machine learning and brains and big data. So if you just want face tracking and not full 3D, you can just use a fully machine learning based model. So you don't need these autism cubes. But the problem is that you could even go as far as doing full body tracking with just machine learning, but machine learning and brains. Matrix confirmed. Yes, confirmed matrix. So as you can see, this model is pretty expressive, but if I start, going fully backwards, then, well, I guess it can go fully backwards too. It's the magic of machine learning. That's pretty good tracking. Yeah, it is. It's even got, the eyes. Hi, Judge Hama. Welcome to the stream. So essentially what I wanted to do that I didn't, the lip tracking is still pretty good sideways. This doesn't actually do lip tracking. This uses a microphone and then guesses, it does lip sync using your voice, which it has its benefits and its drawbacks, because like if I want to smile, I guess it sort of works. So, Oh, it combines lip sync with your mouth tracking, so it's super advanced. This is truly advanced stuff. Wow, this is amazing. Anyways, so the idea is to combine the capabilities of, let's say, this application. Okay, not just, yeah, a combination of voice tracking and, well, I wasn't sure what it was either, but that's what it is now. Now I know. It's very powerful. So this is pretty powerful, but like, I can't wave. That's one thing, right? I can't wave at you. I can't well, there's no rest of the body essentially. It's just the head. The neck up is tracked by this application. And I guess there are other applications that will track the other parts of the body. Right? They had that whole Microsoft thingy, the Kinect and all that they just used a camera and estimated the whole body. But I don't know, who even plays that? I've seen some people use old Xbox Kinects for their infrared depth tracking. Yeah. Well, there is a program you can use. Forgot what it's called. It's like the thing where you do VR chat using a Kinect. So you just plug the Kinect in, and then you don't need any trackers, and then it just does the whole, Kinect black magic and turns you into skeleton. So really, the technology is there either with just machine learning and big data pose estimation versus pure computer vision based. Makes sense. More data points means you can average out the bad ones. Yeah, you can. I guess in that sense, partially the stability of this model, like even though there isn't any dedicated tracking point on right now being tracked, this model uses the pixels from the whole face. With machine learning, it uses the whole face worth of data to do the tracking. While if I use the autism cube, it only uses a few points on the cube. So any like little inaccuracies with the cube will result in poor results. So probably the future is this sort of machine learning based model. Yeah, I think it does a good job here. I agree. It works surprisingly well. I've never used this before, but it's really good. This is all about the data sets. Probably there's a bunch of, I don't know how they got these annotated face data sets. It must be somewhere. But to be able to actually track a face pose with just a still image, wow, you change into another cute anime girl. Yeah, of course. This is just another sample model. Sample models are always really good. Like Kaneko. Kaneko's a really good model too. It's too bad there's no 3D Kaneko. Kaneko is 2D only. It'd be pretty nice if there's a 3D version. Anyways, so what I wanted to do is there's some protocols where you can combine the data from multiple applications. So the idea is to combine the data from this application for face tracking and then pipe that into another application that does the computer vision tracking, and then just do some sort of composite tracking, and that would let you track your whole self. But I do think with the way that, like, how well this tracker works, there really shouldn't be a need to, well, dedicated eye trackers are a lot more expensive than cameras. I see. That sounds really good, especially if you could add some layer to do a composite on the repeated elements. Uh, that's an interesting idea, but I wonder. Well, you have to synchronize the pose because they're in different spaces. The pose that's estimated from uh, pose that's estimated by this machine learning and the pose that's estimated by the computer vision based tracking, those are going to be in different spaces, and you'd have to combine them into the same one. They're not in the same coordinate system. So the problem is that I think it's going to be potentially a nonlinear transformation. So one thing is that there's the camera distortion, which should be calibrated out. And the other thing is that this machine learning thing, it just spits out numbers on how far. There's actually no camera calibration in this. So if you use a different camera, it's going to have a nonlinear transformation on you. Like, imagine using a fisheye lens. Oh, not in the same coordinate system. That's true. Yeah. Imagine using a fisheye lens. So if you used OpenCV, they have a correction that will flatten the image first, and then based on that flattened image, then it actually calculates the actual real world coordinates of where those points are in real life. So that's what would happen in that. But this machine learning approach is much more approximate. Essentially, you just give it training data. You just give it pictures taken with different cameras and different stuff. Probably, I don't know where the data set came. Don't know where it came from. It came from somewhere, but most likely it's pictures taken from different cameras at different distances and all that. And then you just put it into the machine learning model. You put it into the big brain and say, these are the poses and these are the faces, and then figure it out. So it kind of just guesses, and it kind of just takes the average of a whole bunch of things. But essentially, I don't think this pose estimation can give you a real life where an item actually is. Well, it'll give you an approximate, but it won't give it to you in like inches or feet or anything like that. Oops. I didn't do my contacts reps today, so when I did this face thing, I can't even see. Megan A hate. Megan A are cringe. Anyways, so there is supposed to be a protocol that combines this data to the other application, the other 3D, the one that I waved really bad. Megan A hate. Yes, Megan A hate. Well, I wear them, but they're cringe. Wearing Megan A is cringe. I wear Megan A. It's cringe. Do your contacts reps. If you want to be a cute anime girl, you have to do your contacts reps, or just be blind. See, when I do this, I'm squinting so I can read your chat message. Gotta do a squint reps. No, glasses are justice. Well, we can disagree on that point. Well, if you want to wear glasses and track your eyes, then you're gonna have trouble. I think either with dedicated hardware or with camera-based machine learning, it's gonna be mixed results. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't like how good this tracking is, you know? With VTube Studio, it's kind of a little janky, so all this weird stuff happens. But here, if I look away for 1 second, it's... you can see me look away. This is too critical. No, anyways, this is mostly just because I wanted to play with 3D tracking technology. I actually do have actual VR trackers. It's really good. Surprises isn't the standard. I do believe this is the standard. You can see looking away in VTube Studio too. You can, but it's not as um, not as expressive. Is there any hardware accelerated tracking? I believe so. I think even this tracker is potentially using hardware because um, the way this works is you just the image data goes into a machine learning model, and it's just inference. So inference is generally hardware, can be generally hardware accelerated using GPU. So, but inference is pretty fast compared to training. Training is the slow part. So thinking about that, well, if you want inference to be really fast, you can buy those dedicated tensor processing units, those inference ASICs. But that's overkill. You know, in the end, the cost of this inference of this tracking is pretty cheap. I think. Anyways, I think the thing with VTube Studio is the way that the models are usually like you can be seen looking away, but the models are set up so even if you're looking away, it doesn't look like, you know, even if you're like you won't, they won't model this in VTube Studio. So you do this and then it'll just max out at some angle, and it doesn't look as cringe that way. I guess since inference only gets an approximate, which is enough for expressions. Yeah, essentially. But when people talk about machine learning taking up hundreds of GPUs and stuff, of like thousands of servers, cost millions of dollars to make this model, that's just for training. So you take the big data and then you train it. Basically, learning from the data to make a machine learning model is extremely expensive. But just to use the model, it's way cheaper. Um, yeah. So what was I gonna say? um, yeah, it takes a lot of CPU cycles to say this is no, this is the fail state. Keep trying. Yeah, that's basically how it works. Anyways, so basically, I just wanted to try out making these autism cubes, just to just to see how well it works. I do have a VR, but on the other hand, the VR is a whole nother difficult process because you have to wear the headset, and you're certainly not going to do a lot of stream wearing the headset. Well, in that sense, though, well, in that sense, if you don't actually need to be playing a game, if you just want to be 3D, you don't have to wear the headset. You can just wear all the other trackers and then strap a tracker to your face and do the whole offset thing. If you can get the offset working, of course. Then if you strap a tracker to your face, you won't have any problem. But wearing the headset kind of sucks. That's the worst part of VR. And also Megan I hate. If you want to do VR, then Megan I hate. Wear a tracker on your head. Yeah, basically. So just track instead of actually wearing the headset, wearing a tracker is going to be. If you strap a tracker to the top of your head, you could say -Z and call it a day. Yeah, I think so. Well, you have to rotate it also because, well, you could. You'll probably strap the tracker like with the bottom facing down, but I don't know how it's reported in the thing. I think the bottom is supposed to be facing towards your back, and then the top is facing frontward, so you'd have to rotate it. Either way, I think it's not a big deal. Yeah, but actually, I haven't done VR game reps in forever. I should. I'm gonna do them sometime. Maybe I can do the Beat Saber. Eventually, VR headsets will support changing the focus based off your prescription. Yeah, they should. I don't know why they don't yet already, because it wouldn't be a big... Well, they have to move a thing. They already have IPD adjustment, but it's going to be a whole other adjustment. But that's only going to work for nearsightedness. Well, it's only going to work for farsightedness, because nearsightedness is... it's going to be farther than your nearsightedness for most people. And then... So I guess nearsightedness is not really a problem. I mean... Oh, well, whatever you mean. But what it won't work for is it won't work for astigmatisms, because astigmatism correction can't be adjusted on the fly. They sell prescription lenses for VR. They do, but they're pretty expensive, and not for, I guess, for the mainstream headsets. But I got the Pimax Ching Chong headset, so that one, there is a company that made them allegedly, but I never got a hold of the prescription lenses. And of course, you have to pay for another set of prescription lenses. That's big money. I think contact reps are just the Pimax. Yeah. It's a Ching Chong company. Yeah, there are astigmatism correction technology. Well, but they couldn't actually build the astigmatism correction into the VR headset. If they did, it would be too expensive. This stuff only in R&D headsets, though. Well, I don't think it could ever exist in astigmatism correction, just because, well, you don't need multiple lenses to do nearsightedness correction. You just need to actually move the screen relative to the lens. So it's just a motion thing. But to do an astigmatism correction, you actually need another lens, a second lens, the astigmatism lenses. Yeah, it makes sense. R&D only. Yeah. So you need the astigmatism lens, which essentially the astigmatism lens is, it's not circular. It's like cylindrical instead of circular. So you'd need that lens, and then you need a way to rotate it 180 degrees to do the, like, depending on the angle of your astigmatism. Well, okay, I'm going to do my glasses reps. You all know what astigmatisms are, right? Using liquid crystal lenses. Is that a thing? Liquid crystal lenses? Wow. I have to see this. Okay. Those exist. I'm going to check the internet for them. Where's my OBS reps? Yeah, I have bad astigmatism, lol. Yeah, me too. Astigmatism is annoying. Astigmatism is also annoying for contacts reps. Jawa Chama, I actually don't know what it is, even though I have it /1. I'll explain what an astigmatism is. Let me look up these things first, then I'll explain what an astigmatism is. So, let's see. Positive, negative tunable liquid crystal lenses based on a microstructured transmission line. Oh, is there just a picture I can look at? Images. Liquid crystal lenses help restore vision. This one seems like astigmatism contacts are annoying. I'm pretty sure they have weights in them. It depends on the contacts, actually. So what I had is the, what is it? Precision. Oops. No, I don't want a 90 pack. I already have a 90 pack. Well, yes, but essentially the way astigmatism contacts works is they can't spin because astigmatisms are in a specific direction only. So if the contact needs to be right side up, while normally contacts will spin on your eyeball. So there's a technology that PDF. Where's the PDF? There's a PDF manual like. Precision 1 astigmatism, and then it's like specifications. Well, some of them are weighted, but that's not always the case. There we go. Professional version. Technology that keeps it from moving. Yeah, there's various techniques. So if we go to the technical guide. So I think this fitting guide actually says how it works. Orientation. Well, but you can actually see that there's how you can tell which way. There's actually a mark on the bottom to tell which way it's facing. Look at all this complicated stuff. I think maybe actually it's in the patient guide. Where was I? Patient instructions. So it'll tell you how it works on how to put it on. Oh, look at all this yummy stuff. Man, this stuff made me fail contacts reps. LASIK or nothing. Panama or Thailand. Igze. It's not bad. You know, it's actually really easy once you do it a few times. LASIK is kind of scary. They're gonna shoot lasers into your eye. Don't you know that they always tell you not to shoot lasers? Lift the eyelid? No, you don't have to lift your eyelid. You just kind of pull it. Well, I'm not going to show you myself doing it, but I think there's like they don't just use a weight. Well, I don't know where the document is. Oh, here we go. This is going to say how it works. Geometry is a modified prism ballast design. Toric geometry stabilization is achieved by the front surface. Modified prism ballast design. There we go. I've never used contacts. Meganite, accept. If I go blind, I might get a big fat settlement. Won't be able to see my Oshi anymore, though. Yeah, is it worth it? Is it worth? All right, here's a picture of the prism ballast. So I guess it is thicker on the bottom, but the way it works is that when you blink, your blinkage isn't actually on the bottom. I had an idea today. If you get LASIK one eye at a time, worst case averted. Yeah, but then you only get to see half your Oshi. I can still hear her practicing her jab reps, I guess. Oh, yeah, you can still tune into the ASMR stream. The tier 5 ASMR stream. So sort of it can be heavier, but it's actually the thickness where when you blink, the eyelid actually pushes the lens in the correct way. They always make you do one eye at a time. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because while you're recovering, you have to be able to see. You have to be able to see while you're recovering. Tier 5. Oh no, no, no. But it's kind of interesting. They actually make the lens this shape to get it angled, but wear an eye patch over the bad eye, Tabu maybe. Oh yeah, just like that one Osakan wearing an eye patch. Really cool. It's kind of interesting because they can actually make this shape of that contact lens to put itself in the right orientation, but it also doesn't it doesn't affect the actual optical qualities of the lens because it's shaped this way. Kumajima no. Okay, let's go back to this liquid crystal lenses. As we age, okay, implantation of a lens into your eye. Interesting. Okay, well, how does it work? Electrical variable liquid crystal lenses. Oh, it looks like this is very far from actually being a real thing, right? But essentially, it is something like a liquid crystal is going to change its refractive index as it like as the charge is applied, it probably changes the refractive index. Let's see. Okay. See, but I don't think this could be like, as much as you suggested it for the use on astigmatism correction, I don't think this works for astigmatism correction. See, the application presented here is for presbyopia, which is basically your eye can't focus at all. So it's stuck on one focus. It can't focus at different distances. And that's the point of bifocals, where like half your glass is of one lens, the other half is another lens. So the progressive or bifocal lenses is for this presbyopia. So the thing with this is, this isn't about astigmatism. Astigmatism is totally unrelated. This is for actually changing the accommodation of the whole eye. It doesn't have the sort of sideways effect. Anyways, so human eye partially loses ability to accommodate nearby objects. Yeah, okay, but how does it actually work? Device concept. Okay, it's a lens. And, well, I guess this is pretty advanced. But there... Well, if you had multiple cells, it's probably possible. But it appears like most of this is to just alter the strength of a lens. That's what... Well, I'm certainly not versed in the details of this field, but that's what it seems like. Anyways, so going back onto what an astigmatism is, let me see if there's a nice picture. Well, this is the symptoms of astigmatism. Basically, it's sort of sideways. So you see this angled smear in your vision. So here's this, and then this is sort of a illustration. This isn't a real thing, but so it's smeared in one direction. So with the way this works is, with an astigmatism, is it can be any way. So this is smeared at this angle, kind of top right, bottom left, but it can be at any angle. So the lens actually needs to rotate to be aligned up with exactly the angle that your astigmatism is in. Now let me draw let's do my MS Paint reps. So when you have a lens, it's like round and it's spherical all around. So you take a cross section of this lens and you'll get like, let's say this is not an eye lens, but just a lens in general. And if you take a cross section like in a different angle, you'll also get the same profile. But essentially, like, so it's circularly symmetric. No matter what way you rotate it, the lens is the same. Now, if there's an astigmatism, then this isn't the case anymore. So you can have a lens that's like this, and then let's say it's this way. So you take this part and it's going to be like this, and then you take this part and it's going to be sort of like narrower, like this. So essentially at different angles radially to the lens, the shape of the lens is different. So you can even think of the most extreme example is just a cylindrical lens like this, where it's not even round, it's just like this. So it'll focus, if you shine light at it, it'll focus in like this, but it won't focus top down at all. So in the same sense, this is gonna, it's like looking through one of these when you have an astigmatism, and this can be at any angle. So it can be rotated, and essentially the correction of astigmatism has a power correction, which is just a regular lens, a normal lens like this. You know, I don't know how to draw a lens. There we go, lens. And then it's additionally added to another lens, like plus another cylindrical lens, or you could say toric, or one of those words, like this lens at a certain angle. So the specified angle is this. So you got two lenses, and then you combine them together into one lens, and you get the astigmatism correction lens, which offsets the unequalness on your eye. This is sort of a really shitty explanation. Anyways, and I'm not going to close this window because who knows what will pop up if I do. All right, anyways, so I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about in this stream, and then a little more. I see two lenses at different angles to correct. Well, basically only one lens is at an angle. The first lens is just it's a circular lens, so it's symmetrical. Like no matter what angle it is, it's the same. But the second lens is actually like matters what angle it is. It's like one of these lenses. I wonder if a toric lens is actually a thing. Let me hide my paint reps. Is toric lens an actual word? Well, I guess toric is just a name, like it's just a word used for astigmatism people, so it doesn't really mean anything. But they have different power in different meridians. So rather one standard lens and one correction lens. Yeah, that's basically correct. So there's one for, well, it's combined into one lens, but it's essentially the function of two lenses. So when the eye doctor does this thing, like eye doctor machine, this thing actually does have the two lenses. So I don't know if I can get a picture of it. Yeah, it's one piece of material. But in this machine, it's actually two lenses. So there's another lens like flips in. I think probably this is the Astigmatism Checker. So there's going to be a second lens that flips in, and then you rotate this. The second lens will rotate So it's one of these spinning tools, and that's going to correct for the astigmatism. I think the power is just going to be like stacked lenses. So, oh, here we go. We got labels. Wait, where is it? So it's going to be 12 and 13, it looks like. Um, cylinder axis, cylinder power. And then there's another cylinder. Okay, this is not very well labeled either, but 5, spirit level. I think a spirit level is just the name of a level. It's a funny name, but it's just one of these. Spirit level. Certainly is a catchy name, isn't it? Yes, here we go. This one has, wow, look how much it costs. Oh, it's only $5,000. You know, get one of these and you'll never need another pair of glasses again. You know, your eyes get worse, just fiddle with the knob a little. It's liquid inside, yeah. I guess they put spirits in the level. It's not water, it's spirits. Construction. Colored spirit or alcohol, yeah. I could use some alcohol. Haven't done my alcohol reps in forever. Well, yeah, just get one of these and you'll never need another pair of glasses again. And screw getting a new pair of glasses every year. All right, so essentially this is, well, inside is the additive lenses. So that's how they adjust power. So they just stack on more and more regular lenses. And as they stack on more regular lenses, they get more power. And then built-in cylinder range. And then this is a prism. Oh, that's actually prism correction. So I don't actually know what prism correction is. Prism correction. Never actually learned about what prism is. Double vision, interesting. I mean, I never had prism, so I don't know about it. So that means that this this flippy thing is the prism correction. It's not for astigmatism. So the astigmatism actually is inside there. It's inside the whole machine. I wonder if someone's done a teardown. Ooh. Yeah, only up to severe astigmatism here. Yeah, I don't know anyone who has prism, but it's definitely something they check for. Because you know the eye doctor does a thing where he flips the thing in and it's like, do you see double? And then you're like, yeah, I see double. And it's like, okay, that means your eyes don't have prism. Yeah, thanks for those ant-sized pictures. We'll just watch this video. Which one? Hopefully this doesn't get me donged like that other video got me donged. There's going to be no sound, of course, because oh. So I think this unit is the astigmatism unit right here, this piece. And then the bottom is the additive lenses. So each of these is probably a different power. and then the insides spin. I wonder if I can get a better picture of that. Well, probably not, because oh, here we go. Cylinder lenses malfunction. This one's a little closer up. All right, skip to the actual goodies. Yeah, so this is the actual astigmatism checker. Okay, 8 different lenses. Oh. Ah. Okay. Okay, so this is actually maybe I should turn on the sound. I'll turn on the sound so you can hear it. This is probably not going to get me donged.
And the cylinder assembly is actually composed of 8 different lenses. 4 lenses underneath that are in quarter diopter increments, and 4 lenses on top which are in 1.25 diopter increments.
So it's like an additive. Lenses are additive. So they have the 1.25s and they have the 0.25. So you just add the right number of, like, I guess,
And
like,
these
like 1.25 plus 0.75.
lenses are
The
advanced
exact amount.
by 5 little pins inside the phoropter. In this case, one of the pins is missing. It is probably sitting in the oh, there it is, inside the phoropter.
4x4, so good coverage.
And so one of the pins
yeah, I
popped
guess
out, and so it, instead of advancing it,
16
when it gets to the top here,
16 different levels of strength.
the missing pin does not advance it. And then the pin that's present does advance it. At one point here, we have a longer pin, and that's what moves the 1.25 diopter increment cylinder forward. It advances both banks simultaneously.
But I wonder how it.
But because one of the short pins is missing, then all the cylinder powers are off for the entire cylinder stack in place. I don't know if it's fused by glue to that this plate has to be replaced. I just can't glue the pin back in to get at that part and replace it. So I'll be sending it. Advance the.
Oh yeah, see that right there.
It has is 4 short pins, which advance the.
So like inside each of these spinners, each lens itself actually has a gear on it. So that gear spins each lens in its mount to the right angle, and that's how it works. So it's got a axis, which is the angle. The lens itself spins, and then the power, which you switch out different lenses.
Cylinder lenses by a quarter diopter each, and then there's one long pin, which when it gets to the top, it advances both cylinder.
And I really want one of these. Truly, never need another pair of glasses again. But who needs glasses? Glasses away. Anyways, that's probably mostly what I want to talk about. So I think we'll end here. Everyone, thanks for coming to the stream, and we certainly learned a lot. I don't think liquid crystal lenses are going to be a thing, but maybe someday. I'll look them up later. I'll post some information after I read some papers, and we'll see. I need glasses to see, sir. Do your contacts reps. Contacts. Contacts reps. Ah, damn, missed it. Ah, Leiden Chama, you missed it. Did you just get here? That's pain. Well, there's always a VOD. Contacts mendokusai. They are mendokusai, and they're expensive, too. They're really expensive. But anyways, thanks everyone. Thanks for coming to the stream, and I will see you all later. And Leiden Chama too. Hopefully you can make it next time in time.